Hi, my name is Jamie Johnson, and I'm a pharmacist and clinical toxicologist working as a medical science liaison for BTG Specialty Pharmaceuticals, the makers of the antivenom Crofab. Crofab, or Crotalide Polyvalent Immune Fab ovine, is indicated for the management of both adults and pediatric patients with North American crotolid envenomation. North American crotalids, or pit vipers, include rattlesnakes, copperheads, and water moccasins, also known as cottonmouth snakes. Crofab is the only FDA-approved antivenom derived from native U.S. pit vipers. It's specifically engineered for broad species coverage, so you can confidently treat any U.S. pit viper envenomation, even if the exact species is unknown. It's designed to contain a spectrum of venom-specific Fab fragments of IgG molecules, targeting that wide range of complex toxins found in pit viper venom. Clinically relevant, geographically diverse, and genetically dissimilar snake species were chosen to create comprehensive coverage for all North American pit viper envenomations. Pit viper venom contains a complex mixture of toxins that can linger in the tissue and result in local, systemic, and hematologic effects in the body. Remember, when a pit viper envenomation occurs, time is tissue, and prompt administration of antivenom is necessary to prevent worsening venom effects. So upon administration, Crofab gets to work by binding to the venom toxins and neutralizing them. The small size of the Fab molecule allows for rapid and large volume of distribution throughout the body. This allows Crofab to also neutralize toxins in the tissue. Then Crofab facilitates venom toxin redistribution away from those target tissues, clearing them rapidly from the body, thereby lowering recognition of the immune system and reducing the incidence of hypersensitivity reactions. Crofab contains 4 geographically relevant venoms, and all 4 are chosen from snake species native to regions across the US as recommended by the World Health Organization guidelines. The 4 species include the eastern and western diamondback rattlesnakes, the Mojave rattlesnake, and the cottonmouth. The cottonmouth is one of the species intentionally chosen for its abundance of phospholipases A2 isoforms. And this offers broad cross-species coverage for various venom compositions, including the copperhead, which accounts for about half of all pit viper envenomations in the US. Now, to make Crofab, venom from these 4 species is collected, then used to immunize 4 separate flocks of sheep in Australia, a prion-free continent. Serum from each flock is separately harvested. The IgG molecules are isolated and digested using papain to remove the Fc portion of the IgG molecule, and then finally purified using column chromatography, also referred to as affinity purification, to remove any non-venom specific Fab fragments. So each batch of Crofab is like manufacturing 4 antivenoms. It isn't until the very end, when they're mixed, that they become Crofab. Crofab has been proven to halt local effects, resolve systemic effects, and reduce coagulation abnormalities. It's been used in over 60,000 patients over the last 20 years, has a robust safety profile, including a retrospective review in 1,340 patients, in which the rate of hypersensitivity reactions was 1.4%. Thank you for your time today, and please let us know if you have any questions.
Hi, I'm George Alcorn, a physician in Indiana, and I'm excited to be here at Wilderness Medical Society. I have a new product. My wife and I have fished all over the world. I've been in outdoor activities, and I've used in Canada different ointments that I have had compound pharmacy prepare in order to try and treat bug bites. So what I decided is that I would go to the dermatology group and work out the formula more sophisticated, and we've developed a product, Bug Bash. So Bug Bash is a ointment that treats bug bites, and may not sound fancy, and it isn't fancy, But what it does is it gives us an opportunity to talk to our patients about their next expedition or whatever outdoor activity, something like that, where they can be prepared to take the ointment with them to treat themselves. There's not an urgent care. Most people don't go to a doctor about a bug bite. This is a simple formula, basically a high-dose steroid and lidocaine. It's a nice way of interacting with your patients. And I do believe there's a value to being a physician-owned company. Essentially, we're bypassing the pharmacies. And you e-scribe the prescription to our connected compound pharmacy, and they send the medication to your patient. It's $55. We think that's competitive to trying to get compounded solutions directly from the pharmacy. And I'm here because I need help. I need your thoughts. I have clinical trials we're trying to start, and I need some help marketing this, how I would approach it. A lot depends on what wilderness physicians have to say. And we promise that people that work with us are going to benefit somehow. We haven't decided how that's going to be, but we promise that that is our goal for a physician network to be helping sell this product. Thank you very much.
Deep breath in. They literally just had no access to healthcare whatsoever. My name is Helen Perry. I'm the Executive Director for Global Response Management. I'm also an acute care nurse practitioner. We are a 501c3 US-based nonprofit that focuses on providing emergency healthcare and medical resources in high-risk, low-resource areas of the world. One of the challenges in working in low-resource areas is that it's not always safe for us to send people to hospital. It's not always safe for us to send them into the city to go to, a radiology office or something like that. And so being able to actually do point-of-care ultrasound on site gives us a greater capacity to not only treat our patients, but also to better utilize our resources. And we can come up higher. With the quick change of a setting, I can do obstetrics, I can do vascular, I can do abdominal, and I can change all of these settings and do everything in one probe with one simple machine and an iPad.
So see that's that same.
Oh yeah, that's like a perfect.
Yeah, that's the one you want to get. Is that
awesome?
Yeah.
Having the ability to do on-site imaging for patients when they come to us is a game changer. We need to bring humanity back to the rest of the world to say we can do better than this. We need people like you and me to fix these problems. Point-of-care ultrasound in general is the future of critical care, emergency medicine. It's the future of everything that we're doing. And so having the diagnostic ability to actually be able to screen these patients and rule them in or rule them out, we can be sort of effective with how we're utilizing our funding. We've used it for everything from cardiac echoes, obstetrics and gynecology. We use it for everything. If you were walking down the street and you saw a child bleeding on the side of the road, I would hope that most of us would stop to help that child. So why does it matter if that child is on your street, or the next street, or the next state, or the next country?
There's a little bit of area.
Deep breath in. Okay, blow it out. It's not as much a reason as why, it's a reason of why not. I was off a boat shooting back at an angler, and a shark came up from underneath and bumped me and actually bit my underwater housing and mouthed it, and got back in the boat and was shaky and thought, okay, if something had happened, I know I'm in a country where I have no medical support, but Global Rescue has my back. My name's Jess McLaughlin. I'm an outdoor photographer and writer, working in the fly fishing industry, also general adventure travel. I say my car lives in Bozeman, Montana. I'm rarely there, and I'm often on the road with a camera and a notebook. I do travel all over the world. Basically, fish live in cool places, fortunately, so I can go wherever there's water and unique fish species. I actually met a global rescuer up in Missoula, Montana at an event, and we started talking, and it was an absolute light bulb moment of, hey, this is something I need in my life. This is going to make my mom much happier when I'm traveling overseas, and let me rest a little bit better as well at night. A lot of people have fear over travel, certainly in this day and age, for security reasons, for health reasons. The what ifs are unimaginable. And I tell people who are afraid to travel because of those what ifs, what if there was a way for you to not worry about that? What if you know someone has your back? And that changes their whole travel paradigm. They realize that, hey, it's okay, if something happens, someone else is watching out for me. And Global Rescue steps in, and it's been really valuable for me getting clients to travel, to say, hey, these guys have your back, you're covered. And it takes away the fear factor for them.
Welcome to the CAT Generation 7 Instructions for Use. One-handed application. Step 1. Insert the injured limb through the loop in the band and position the CAT 2 to 3 inches above the bleeding site, directly to the skin. Step 2. Pull the band tightly and fasten it back on itself all the way around the limb, but not over the rod clips. Band should be tight enough that the tips of 3 fingers cannot be slid between the band and the limb. If the tips of 3 fingers slide under the band, retighten and resecure. Step 3. Twist the rod until the bleeding has stopped. Step 4. Secure the rod inside a clip and lock it into place. Check for bleeding and distal pulse. If bleeding is not controlled or distal pulse is present, consider additional tightening or applying a second CAT above and side by side to the first. Reassess. Step 5. Route the band between the clips and over the rod. Secure rod and band with time strap. Record time of application. The CAT Generation 7 is available for purchase from www.narescue.com or call us at 888-689-6277.
You've been providing medical services to people your entire career. The work has been rewarding, but you feel there's something missing.
This is going to go through the bottom of your nose.
A desire to find adventure in both your personal and professional life while contributing to our global society. You yearn for more diversity outside of daily clinical routines and know there's a whole world in need of your skills.
Here, shot delivered.
Right, and so now we jump right back in.
So repeating back what you've had as a command, and you know that communicates to all of us, you're going to do that.
Medical specialists bring compassionate care and medical treatments to U.S. diplomats and their families who serve at U.S. embassies, consulates, and missions abroad. Working with the US Department of State, you will be a vital part of history in the making. Every day, you will experience the challenge and excitement of a career at the forefront of healthcare and international affairs.
This is our mass casualty area. We place all of the wounded people in order to triage them to get them to a higher level of care.
Our diverse workforce brings innovation and creativity to the workplace, supports fresh perspectives that inspire new ideas, and sparks positive change.
Look at it, Titus. Look at it, Titus. Look. Whoa!
You will also have an unprecedented opportunity to experience the world and engage with different cultures. You will make the world your workplace and use your skills to effect real change in the lives of others.
Wow. 4 feet? Which one is your favorite ball?
Soccer ball.
What did you do at school today?
Math.
We advance diplomacy through healthcare. Join us